Alright, chat, YouTube, it's deck tech time. This time for a little bit of Soul Tie Birthing Ritual blue-green-esque pile. We got 4 copies of Birthing Ritual, some Coiling Oracle, Ice-Fang Coatl, both of these Ritual into Oculus, of course. 4 copies of Flare Denial, free counterspell with these two. A couple copies of Force of Negation, 1 Harbinger that you can also get off of the Birthing Ritual. 3 copies of Secret Stupor as MDFC, a couple Dismembers for removal since this deck is blue-green base, doesn't have access to very good removal. 1 endurance to shuffle our graveyard back into our deck and do it all again. 4 copies of Shardless Agent to Shardless Agent into any of these. A couple copies of Subtlety as a free spell. 4 copies of Quantum Riddler because you can warp the Riddler with Birthing Ritual out and then turn it into another Riddler or Grave Titan, which is another card that we have at the top end. Just a fun of something to try out and have a bomb to get off of the Riddler. Mana base wise, we have 1 Boseiju, 1 Hedge Maze, bunch of blue-green lands, 1 Undercity Sewers, 1 Underground Mortuary, 1 Watery Grave, 3 Single Stupor, because we got some black sideboard cards. We got 3 copies of Consign Memory for countering Eldrazi, 3 copies of Fatal Push for some removal, Illness for the energy tokens, Collector Ouphe for the Mox Opal decks, Brazen Borrower to bounce problematic permanents, Harbinger for the greedy man bases, Plague Engineer also for energy, a couple more subtleties, and 2 Force of Vigors for Titan. Sounds really weird. Think it's a mulligan. Grave Titan. Let's put back Aki Subtlety. Sure. Suck my seaweed. I literally played it yesterday, TZ. But, somebody wasn't here. So you'd never know. Is this the Assassin's Creed? It is the Assassin's Creed waterlog. Ow. How to do? Guess you have to watch the VOD to find out. No spoilers here. The VOD's up on Twitch now. I try to sync this Lord. I should try to sync the Lord. If I've ever drawn a Lord, pretty cooked. Yeah, who said Titan's uncastable? We have Grave Titan mana already. Goodbye, Seaweed. I think they have Tidebinder. I gotta Tidebind my fetch. Did I just get Psionic Blasted? Holy shit. I ain't gonna make it, chat. Ain't no way. I didn't try to counter magic. No, dude, wait, get out of here. I'm gonna die to a Psionic Blast. Ah. Fucking despair, man. Dude, wait, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Incoming Psionic Blast. Mm-hmm. I think this might be worse. Don't do it, man. Oh my god. Fuck. Double Psionic Blast. uh, I didn't even know that card came textless. That's what I get for casting my Dismember, I guess. I've never lost that card before. First time. I don't even know if I have the will to go on anymore. I just did 4 points of mental damage. I probably don't want Harbinger of the Seas. God dang it, chat. IRL Psionic Blast. Yeah, we're forcing Psionic Blast. I can't beat that card. I thought it was weird when they passed the turn. So fucked up, man. Okay. Notes for the Pro Tour. Blue-green Ritual, not very good against Psionic Blast Fish. End note. Okay. Your turn. I think that command is Nux, if I remember correctly. Grave Titan jump scare. Ouch. You're gonna shuffle my Ice-Fang. Goodbye, Ice-Fang. It's been real. Miss him already. Come on. Oh my god, I'm getting hosed. Getting hosed by random bullshit. To be fair, I'm also playing random bullshit, but like, damn. It's kind of crazy. Tide Shaper. My black mana. Okay, I mean, the Neoform game 2 wasn't my fault. They just had the nuts. I don't think I take any of these. Yeah, that's pretty bad for me. My hand is so non-functional. But at least I'll counter Psionic Blast. I think I have to retire after that Psionic Blast. There's no coming back from that one. I have Denim Sleep. That'd be my special ability. New keyword. Oh, Coiling Oracle. Let's go. I just keep that in my hand. Well, well, well. If it ain't the Riddler. A little late to the party, buddy. Gosh, that mental damage was kind of unreal. Warp the Riddler. I would like to turn this into a Grave Titan. Okay. Here's my Grave Titan. We did it. Just a normal day of back-breaking work. I arrive home excited to see young Dingo playing Modern on MTGO, even though I may work a dead-end job with no future prospects of owning a house. That can't be countered. With no future prospects of owning a house or achieving my dreams, at least I will have young Dingo to watch a lose to modern staple Psionic Blast while complaining that Riddler's trash. Yeah, I could do all those things. Ow, ow. I'm a streamer of many talents, as it turns out. Alright, I take it all back. Riddler's broken. If you could turn Riddler into Grave Titan, yeah, Riddler's broken. Grave Titan number 2. Nah, Riddler into Riddler, though. There's a surprising lack of good 6-drops. It doesn't seem like there should be after years of fire design, but there's actually a surprising lack of good 6-drops. Green Titan doesn't do anything in this deck. Yeah, I mean, like, what does Primetime really do for you? Maybe if you're playing Bounce Land, but if you gotta play Bounce Land, Archon's not a 6-drop. 6 is too much mana for fire design. Poetry Snap. Woodland Bellower. Vein Ripper. Vein Ripper's not that good if you don't have Sorin with it, though. I guess Woodland Bellower's fine, but are you really happy about Woodland Bellower? Tide Shaper. Yeah, but Hunt Master, I think, is probably just worse than Grave Titan, because it doesn't get zombies when you attack. Unless you flip him. And flipping him's not always guaranteed. I'm pretty sure Sire of Insanity triggers at the end step, no? Should have played my fetch. Why didn't I play my fetch, chat? Sorry, we got Dismembers. Another one. We got Dismember, we got Oculus. We're set. Draws third Fatal Push. I don't even know if this is worth... I guess it's worth forcing just to fill up my graveyard. Yeah, this game's over. This game's over because I didn't play my fetch. Oh, wait. Is it? Yeah, it's still over. Well, yeah, we're going to draw the flare, which is like the worst part if they didn't subtlety me. Yeah, haven't won without the Grave Titan. Just saying. Bonnie Paul Clear Cutter. Whenever it enters the battlefield, create an Ox with this creature's power and toughness equal number of lands you control. Whenever you attack, draw a card, you put a land from your hand or graveyard onto the battlefield. Yeah, it's not bad. We're only going to be making like a 3/3. On the cast, tap for black man. I didn't ever vote for Fatal Push because I didn't play my fetch land. If I played my fetch, then I was fine. I just didn't play my fetch land, so I couldn't push. Scion. I don't think Generous is better than really anything. I think I'd rather have Riddler than Generous on the table. This card at the beginning of your end step, exile target creature you control that return to the battlefield under owner's control. Then, if it's your first end step, there's an additional end step. That doesn't trigger. That doesn't trigger the turn you get it, right? So that wouldn't be good. Yeah, but you can sacrifice a warped Riddler into a Riddler. Grave Titan has arrived. Oh no, I meant to turn off auto yield so I could subtlety that. Instead of click the concede button. That kind of just ruins my whole game plan, doesn't it? I guess I could have flashed in subtlety and blocked it. But who knows what they have in their hand. Fail a dexterity check. Just play another Shardless Agent, I guess. It's just one of those days. Kind of think they have another one in their hand, maybe. Bolts the Ice-Fang. Everybody is ready for me today. See if they have another Lightning Bolt. Rip Subtlety. Grave Titan about to do work, chat. One more land. One more land. Actually, I think my other black source is a Surveil land. Green Warden of Mirasa. Yeah, I don't know what that does. Get it, or like exchanging Riddler for Riddler is probably the best thing you could do. Realistically. And have your cards still be playable. Zoo. Consign. Force. That Vestige is kind of trash. Think about the Harbinger. Endurance can come out. I don't know how many subtleties I actually want. Maybe Force of Vigor is unnecessary. Just take Consign Subtlety. Got Force of Negation too. Two more. I mean, we can't cut Grave Titan. That's just not going to happen. 4 green, green, 5/4. When this creature enters, you may return target card from your graveyard to your hand. When this creature dies, you may exile. If you do, return target card from your graveyard to your hand. Seems abysmally slow. I want a 6-drop that just kills my opponent. Green, 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 3. Satyr Warrior Trample. When this creature enters, if it isn't a token, create 2 tokens that are copies of it. When this creature dies, put a +1/+1 counter on each. Equal to his power on each creature you control named it. Is this card even legal? This looks like a commander card. Wilds of Eldraine. Never seen that one before. Kind of a cool card. Yeah, Birthing Triplets. Alright. Man, I wanted this Dismember, but we'll let him take it with the Ragavan. Overlord is actually not a bad idea, but the problem is you can't actually impend Overlord and then, Birthing Ritual it away. Everything's a commander card, let's be real. List had Gruff Triplets as his promo card, then he pulled 2 more in his 6 packs and he took first. Yeah, I believe that. But if you showed me that card and then you didn't tell me what set it was from, I'd have been like, that's a commander card. There's no way that's not a commander card. On passes. Noxious Gearhulk's a sweet one. Torrential Gearhulk wouldn't be very good. Or the rest of the Gearhulks. They're all bad, right? Oh god, they're showing me the door. I saw upgrade to a 1/1 flyer with potential death touch. Yeah, I don't feel like anything says better than Grave Titan so far. Which is kind of sad. Meringue. Meringue's not bad. I like that suggestion the best so far. Oh boy. Yep. If I keep this on top, guess I have to. I'm not gonna be able to get this Oculus down. Any best that he'll hit a consign? See you in 10 minutes, buddy. Consign Shardless Wombo combo. This is like So sad for the blue-green ritualist. Fish into Doorkeeper Thrall. What do you even do, man? Why are we here? Just to suffer? His hand's just abysmal. No, it doesn't trigger the turn you get it off the ritual. Kind of want this Hedge Maze. I think we just put back the black mana. I think I know what's happening to me. We did go 3-2. It started 3-0, 6-0 though. Deck was kind of nice. Alright, I need him not to have Leyline Binding. Okay. Still need him not to have Leyline Binding. And we gotta hit our Grave Titan. Ooh, Consign. Grave Titan me. Yeah, the deck list was sweet. I enjoyed it. We get another Riddler. Harbinger not so good anymore. I'm not sure how to make that mono white Belcher list any better though. If white had like one artifact tutor spell, it'd be so much better. Brick Basto Flex, thank you for the 5. Are we making a Tron? Again? I think I gotta consign this. Make it a Tron right now? Love to hear it. Why are we here? Just to make it a Tron? This would be good if they didn't have 2 of these. I think Meringue is probably better. I don't know about the rest. I guess I have to blue, green, yeah. Harbinger. Blue White Energy is a sweet deck. I don't know exactly how good it is. It might not be good at all, but it sure is sweet. If your opponent's weak to Guide Pride, they're going to be super weak to that deck in general. I'm attacking. Because I have faith that this is going to be Grave Titan. It's never Grave Titan. I wonder if they're ever going to print Snow-Covered Shocks. I feel like it'd be awkward to print Snow-Covered Shocks, though. Every deck's just playing like 8 breeding pools or whatever. Well, the fact that decks could play like 8 of the same colored shock, I don't even know what decks would want to play 8 of the same colored shock, to be honest. Probably not that many. I remember the last time they printed snow-covered things, then we got Arcanum's Astrolabe. Ah, bad times. Sure. Urza Saga cannot get Astrolabe, I don't think. Because it does not have a mana cost of 1 or 0. Well, it does, but it doesn't. Don't want that. Yeah, that's what I think. It's similar to, like, Engineered Explosives, for example. Legendary lands can be commanders. What if they made, like, super powerful legendary man lands? Like a Celestial Colonnade that costs, like, 3 mana to activate. That'd be kind of sweet. Frog. I think we're going to resolve this Birthing Ritual while we can. Normal colony that costs 3 would not see play. I don't think that's true. I think if they significantly reduce the cost of Celestial Colony, they'd probably see play. It is significantly better than Restless Anchorage. Leave that one on top. Yeah, let me see play in the Pro Tour as a bonus sheet card. Like Coiling Oracle. Riddler? Did you hear Celestial Colonnade? We're discussing how cheap we'd have to make Celestial Colony to be for it to see play in Modern again. And I honestly don't think you'd have to make it that cheap. Colony is really good in the limited format. Put Force of Negation. Yeah, Creeping Tar Pit was also a money card. Kishla Skimmer. Cosmogoyf Kick W. Don't bully them. I think it's a 3/4. This card might have been the biggest disappointment to me. Me, think of the raid. Appreciate it, brother. Hope you had a great stream. Cool. Thank you. $100 scalding times were very real. One, two, three, four, five, six. 2x Aki. Yo, is Frontier still a format? I remember that name in such a long time. Whatever happened to that format? Hmm. Cool. I'm gonna dismember this frog. Let's see what they do. It's deader than tiny leaders. Wasn't Frontier supposed to be like the next Pioneer? Are they playing Noxious Revival? I'm gonna discard their whole hand. Ban Solitude and Opal or unban Grief and Fury. Unban Grief and Fury. I don't think Solitude or Opal are problematic cards in the format. Oh shit. Can I flip his face up? No. But I am gonna put it right there where it belongs. And a Riddler. Flipping Riddler face up might be relevant. Upkeep stuff herself. That's true. I could flip this face up and then draw too. I can't really. Oh. I can't really attack. That frog was gonna brick wall me for a while. Ban Goblin Bombardment. I think I'd rather see a Johnny go. But Ocelot Pride's honestly, I think Ocelot Pride might be a bigger problem sometimes. At least in the blue-white shell. Holy shit, that card's insane. Bring in these Fatal Pushes. Out the Harbinger. I should probably out Force of Negation over Subtlety. And we could talk about banning things all day. But there's like 7 annoying cards in Modern. It's like Kozilek's Commanders, Saga, Amulet, Goblin Bombardment is Johnny, Ocelot Pride. Just too many. Now I don't think it needs bans either. But if it were getting bans, there's like 7 cards up for contention. Primeval Titan. That would not ban Primeval Titan. That card sucks. The only reason it's good is because of Amulet. Frost Titan is ruining Modern. You can have a Kishless Skimmer. Unbans, though. Now we're talking. Subtlety pitching consider. Subtlety pitching a sink into Stupor. Unban the ring. I love hit Lord of the Rings card, the One Ring. Oh no, draw 2. Guide, Hylia, Ocelot, Felia, Solitude, Starfield, Voice, Witch Enchanter, Miri's Call, Ephemerate, Legion's Leadership, Razorgrass, Tajiri. Yeah. How's this any different? Isn't this like exactly what I played? The sideboard. I wasn't concerned about the sideboard, really. Yeah, the shoals weren't very good. I never really wanted to board in the shoals ever. These skimmers are going crazy right now, by the way. We're supposed to be the draw 1 million cards deck, and our opponent's just doing it better than us. Although I don't think our deck's very good when we don't have Birthing Ritual. I'll take a Cascade and a Fatal Push. I'm at 3. My death shadows would be going crazy right now. Yeah, like, Consign is a very good answer to Violent Outburst, but, like, Violent Outburst just is not a fun play pattern. Just because a card's, like, not too powerful anymore doesn't mean it's also fun to play against, right? I think that's the main problem with Violent Outburst, just not fun to play against. Oh, Shots is bargain. I think the problem was more... I'm gonna go to 1. I could die to another Bowmaster. I don't think many people like Violent Outburst. I know I'm certainly speaking for myself. Mm. I think I'm dead to Kishless Skimmer plus Bowmaster. I'm gonna go to 2. If they have 2 Bowmasters, I die. If they have removal, I die. Oh, this is very unfortunate. And probably avoidable. Reef did nothing wrong. The fuck did I just die to? A Witherbloom command? Bruh. I've died to a Psionic Blast, a Witherbloom command, a Pact of Negation, and a Mystical Dispute today. Ask me anything. How confused are you about what you're going to play for the PT? Well, I already said I was going to play Charbelcher Energy at the Pro Tour, so not very confused. Secretly jamming 15 matches of stock energy a day. The salt helps retain the water. Thanks, Oscar. I appreciate that. And somehow I'm the problem? Yeah, you are. Do you find playing all these other decks help you with your main deck? Curious about what your approach is for playtesting? You know, even if this is not helping me figure out what deck to play, I'm understanding how these decks work and what their weaknesses are, right? I think it's an important part of getting to know the modern meta is playing every deck in the modern meta, no matter how good or bad it is. Just familiarizing yourself with every matchup possible seems like a good approach, right? I'm gonna go Riddlin. If they have Bowmaster, I'm gonna be a little sad, but I'll just flare it. Should probably flash in this Ice-Fang Coatl now as well. We'll see if we drop Birthing Ritual. If we don't drop Birthing Ritual, we'll Ice-Fang before I get Bow Mastered. Have you thought about playing Grief? Should have played Grief with the last one. Would have been the move, right? Riddler. Riddler, though. I actually didn't think my opponent had counter spells. They haven't showed me a single counter spell. Discard with a frog. I must have missed it. Good, the Witherbloom command is back. You know what's not helpful in the Pro Tour testing process is playing against Psionic Blast Merfolk and Witherbloom command Sultai. Goodbye, Ice-Fang. Let's play another Riddler. I suppose. Another Riddler. They're multiplying. If I have to play against fish, I gotta play against fish. There's not much I can do about it. It is what it is. It was my destiny. I think I want to pitch this other subtlety, because if I pitch this other subtlety, I get to draw 3. Does that make sense? Not really. I guess because I have these 2 already, I'll just draw 1, be up to 3 anyways. But I get 3 fresh ones if I wanted to cycle these 2. Oh, good, it was an Oculus. I swear, I cannot play these Aki decks, because the Aki always ends up in my hand. Every single time, without fail. Chump Blockulus. It's like Count Chocula. Oh, it's easy. Because you can go Birthing Ritual, Quantum Riddler, hit your 1 copy of Grave Titan, and feel like an absolute champ. I think we're playing against Amulet. Would you say that Brood Scale has fallen a bit out of the meta? Yeah, a little bit. Well, this might be Yugg. I think there's just a lot of consigned memory decks because everybody's playing Riddler. Because everybody's playing Riddler and consigned memory, all these Eldrazi based decks are just having a bad time right now. Land. Nice. The lack of Psionic Blast in this deck, I have self-respect. Wait, is this a copied Underground Mortuary? Holy shit, they tricked me. I didn't even see that they copied my Underground Mortuary, and I thought they were on Yogg. Until they bin that Grazer. Yeah, a lot of Wraths is kind of tough for Brood Scale. I mean, you can build Brood Scale to be good against Wrath, though. Consign, not so much. We have 1 copy of Harbinger this season in the deck, chat. Let's make it happen. Harbinger. I guess I didn't want to draw it there. Not Harbinger. Nah, just an Oculus. Sad days. Time to die. I really hope they don't have Scape Shift. That would be quite bad for me. Titan's beatable. Scape Shift and the Aftermath Analyst is not beatable. Maybe they just get like Hasteland, Boseiju or something. Depends on what they have in hand. If they have Scape Shift also, then we're still dead. Very nice. Okay. Subtlety. Force. Harbinger. Timeout, Bolt, Snap, Bolt. Dismember's out. Endurance is kind of fun. It's decent as Aftermath Analyst anyways. I think I want all the free counter magic possible. I'm of course gonna leave Grave Titan in, because we have to. That's the biggest flex of all time to leave Grave Titan in. Drop some 3-drops here. And BSB did nothing wrong. He can represent himself in a court of law. As a certified lawyer. Too bad he can't, though, because he can't talk. And this isn't a court of law. It's not a democracy either. It's Titan on Titan action. Technically true. I'm also playing Titan. Okie dokie. This hand's really bad. But it is very reactive. That's right. We're fueled by capitalism here. Razor. Into. Yep. Returns Boseiju. And we got a Sewers. I feel like if I leave this on top, I'm not getting anything accomplished. But I also kind of need to hit my land drops. I'm so dead to Scape Shift. Please don't Scape Shift me. Scape Shifts me. Vesuva. Undercity Sewers. In Summoner's Pact. Twist. Hallelujah. We got a creature. We don't have another land. I have a lot of free spells that answer most of what they can do, so I'm not super worried here. Maybe I should be. What's the Boseiju into play? Explodes. Oh, that card. I don't like that card. Mirror Pool, Simic Growth Chamber. Land. Go to discard. Discard Grave Titan. Pass. No land. Best I could do is Grave Titan. Take it or leave it. How does one Grave Titan sound? There's a Saga. Problem with this is that they can just activate Aftermath Analyst and return there's a Saga anyways. I was gonna bounce back to their hand, sure. That works too. At least I got the Aftermath Analyst off the table for now. Until they have Shifting Woodland. Their board is spooky. Can't even cast Oculus. I got lots of free spells and nothing to do with them. I don't think this deck functions very well if you don't drop Birthing Ritual. This deck seems like a very much, if you have Birthing Ritual, you're going to pop off. If you don't, you're going to do nothing. I don't even want to Subtlety it. Alright, dealer. One Harbinger of the Seas. Grabs a Shifting Woodland. Alright, I'll stay green mana. I'm gonna cry. Land, creature, enchantment. No, my Aki. My Riddlers are stagnating in price. Need you to renew the beef. What a shit card. There you go. Beef renewed. Oh, good. Amulet, amulet. And they copy Titan. I don't even understand this deck made it to 2-1. I don't think our deck's functional. I think if you have Birthing Ritual, you start popping off, and if you don't, it's GG. Yeah, the Grave Titan top deck didn't help either. They realize they don't have to do anything. Actually really helps us. "15 turn clock. Tick-tock, opponent." It's kind of messed up. Because they can actually just activate Shifting Woodland and then have enough mana to activate Shifting Woodland again, even if I do Endurance. Maybe I should have Endurance on my turn. But if I do it on my turn, then they could just copy with Mirror Pool anyways. This is all kinds of bad. I don't think there's actually a window for me to do anything about this. Yeah, I saw the line. So even if I main phase Endurance, they could just use Shifting Woodland on the prime time and then Mirror Pool it, and I still die anyways. So yeah. No, they copied prime time. They didn't copy Aftermath Analyst. They have 2 amulets. They can just do whatever the hell they want. Yeah, we're dead. We can't win this. Alright, prediction time, chat. After this chat, we're going to play some Neoform. I don't see why this deck needs Riddler. Nobody said this deck needed Riddler. I'm on day like 24 of jamming Riddler into decks it doesn't belong in. Oh no. Goryo's. Riddler Goryo's, huh? I could probably just Shardless Agent. Not have to worry about holding anything up. But I say that, and then we're gonna go end step, faithful mending, untap Goryo's May. All right, step 1 of the 2-step process. Find Goryo's. Step 2, rebound Ephemerate out of Philology. Find Atraxa. Okay, find Atraxa. But they did find Faithful Mending. Discards Atraxa. Oh, sweet Jesus. They don't know my hand is all lands. Lands and cards that don't matter. Flutterstrand, Thoughtseize, Ephemerate, Flutterstrand, Solitude. Atraxa, Tainted Indulgence, Ephemerate, Hollow Fountain, Polluted Delta. At least they don't get to Ephemerate. More land. I'm just gonna hold up Sync and Dismember, I guess. They chose Ephemerate, Solitude, Hollow Fountain, Thoughtseize. Goodbye, Riddler. Maybe I should have just cycled the Riddler and warped it. I was thinking maybe holding up Sync into Super is gonna be relevant. Meh. To that Force of Negation. I'm pretty lucky that they only have one black source, so I could like at least sync this to buy a turn. They go for the main phase Goryos, but okay. How doomed. I did tap all their black mana. Would you look at that? Oh, speaking of gift, I think. Should I warp this or should I cast it? I could warp it into an Oculus. Is that even good though? Not really. I think I need free counter magic. What do you think, Chad? You think I keep this or do you think I bin this? Keep it. Am I gonna be able to beat a Troxa Gristlebrand? I guess we'll find out. You have Death Touchers. We sure did have Death Touchers. We have, like, no graveyard hate either. We have one endurance. You were a schemer, you had plans. Well, let me tell you, BFG, it doesn't take a lot to Dream Crush Grixis Reanimator. Sometimes all it takes for them is to not surveil an Archon off of one of their lands on turn 1 for that deck to lose. I don't know how good Harbinger is because they do have Solitude, right? Subtlety's probably not that good. Take a Brazen Borrower. It is a Grave Titan. I died to the most jank shit today. I died the Psionic Blast. I died the double Psionic Blast. I died the Witherbloom Command. I died to Pact of Negation, and I died to Mystical Dispute. All within 2 leagues. And I could have. The worst part was I could have played around most of them, but I just didn't. I just didn't, because like, why would I? Chat, I'm not gonna play around Psionic Blast. Dies of Psionic Blast. I doing sadistic. It's been a weird day, chat, to say the least. The jank has been out in full force. Got a new house today. Congrats. Love to hear it. Maybe I just don't fetch black mana. Happy birthday, BFG. It's been your birthday for like 12 days, so it's hard to say when your actual birthday is, you know? No. Pins Atraxa. Dies of Cringe. Oh, we spiked Endurance. Get out of here. Probably still gonna die to Goryo's. Raug. So cringe. Why is there so many mystical disputes? Stop playing mystical dispute. Just let me play my Riddler decks in peace. Pins Atraxa. Oh, that's pretty good. Alright, show me Grave Titan. I'm not here to ritual an Oculus. I'm here to ritual this Grave Titan. I guess I can't attack with that. I can't even really attack with this. But if they dump their entire hand to the frog, I can just bounce it. Grave Titan me. Oh man. Riddler and the Riddler, I guess. Sacrifice Shardless Agent. Bro. Stop. Stop playing Mystical Dispute. Ugh. They hit the Ephemerate. Ephemerate Riddler pending Watery Grave. Yeah, in response to them ephemerating, we're gonna have to try to Brazen Borrow this Atraxa. Just for them to do it again the next turn. I discarded the frog and then the Goryo's it back the next turn. That's not bad. I'm gonna lose my Oculus. No. I didn't think they'd actually do it. I tried to call their bluff. Goodbye, Aki. Hello, Grave Titan. Hello, Grave Titan. Damn, man. Maybe I should have sacked Endurance. I'm probably gonna have to flare anyways. There's only one Endurance in my deck. I should have sacked Endurance, left the Brazen Borrower as flare bait. Warps the Riddler. Oh, they had a pretty unexciting turn. Another one. Alright. We survived Atraxa. Somehow. Part of me almost wants a couple copies of Consign because I think we can survive an Atraxa attack, but we can't survive the Atraxa trigger. I didn't know if they had another Goryo's. Nah, I kind of just assumed they had another Goryo's. Nah, they didn't. They got Riddler pending everything else. I just assume that they always have Goryo's. Just like how I assume this is always Entombs Atraxa. Never not Entombing Atraxa. Sack a creature to Flare of Denial, put them both back into your hand. Shee. Hedge Maze. I think I leave this on top. I know that's not true BFG because this deck's done it to me so often. Just like, okay, time to surveil. Oops, drop my drawing creature into the yard. Sorry about that. Let's see if they want to discard pretty much their entire hand. No, Riddler, why? Riddler, I'll miss you. Never get to see Grave Titan. We saw it game one, no, it was game two, match one. That's the only time we've seen Grave Titan so far. Other than it being in my hand after I draw it. Feels good, man. I think I just cast Endurance here. If only Sire of Insanity triggered when you Birthing Ritual into it, then I'd be down. Sadly, not exactly how that works. We did discard it to hand size once. Yay. I don't even understand this deck 3-2'd, because this deck feels like such a pile. Especially since we made it jankier with Quantum Riddlers and Grave Titans. But you know what? We'll take a Jund 5-0 whenever we can get a Jund 5-0. Congrats, believers. Goat Titan. Alright, chat. I'm gonna get up and use the restroom, and then we're gonna get back. We're gonna play some stock Neoform. No Edge of Eternity's cards, sadly.
Have you
Bing
peeked?
bong, bing bong, bing bing bong.
Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore!